Next slide.
Okay, thanks. So we, go
So
ahead.
before we open this up, or Q&A, I'd like to bring to the attention that city staff, Elisa Stone and myself, applied for an RBOG grant on March 23rd. We walked that through City Council May 21st. We had papers signed on May 22nd. And that's a $15,000 grant to hire a consultant contractor to work on a strategic plan for the Moscow Farmers Market. We will be meeting next week, myself, Elisa Stone, and Jeff Jones, on developing the RFQ, request for qualifications for a consultant. And then we'll have a contract, hopefully no later than really mid-September. We put it in the grant September 30th, but I'd like more time in the market, if at all possible. And then the closeout of the grant and the strategic plan would be January 31st, 2013. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Next.
So Kathleen, the RFQ will be developed by three staff members, is that right? Is there
Yep.
input from the
Yeah, Jeff
MAC or
Jones is
anybody?
really familiar with this, with his economic development, and we've written other RFQs in the city for different projects.
Okay, thank
So
you.
we have a templated format.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate your report.
Yep.
So this isn't a public hearing, but I did say we would welcome comments. I know the Moscow Arts Commission has had some conversation. I don't know if there's a formal recommendation from that group or not, but yeah, are you representing them, Donna? I'd have you identify yourself for our record, please.
I'm Donna Woolston. I live at 220 North Van Buren, right up the street here, and I'm a proud member of the Moscow Arts Commission, I think on my second term, maybe. Our president is David Geese, who is in New York City. As much as he would love to be here approaching midnight in Moscow, Idaho, he cannot be with us this evening. I was asked to specifically comment on the Moscow Arts Commission position. We were fortunate to have a meeting on July 10th where we had our standard meeting from 5 to 5:30, and at 5:30 we welcomed comments, and we had 35 individuals come and visit with us. In regards to what the Moscow Arts Commission would recommend, we have not had an opportunity to vote on this. We didn't have enough information to do so. I can speak to our historic process for making decisions. And although we are not elected as our esteemed council, we are appointed, we do feel that we have those same responsibilities to our community. And I would feel comfortable saying to my city council that the decision that I feel confident that my commission that I'm honored to serve on would make would be a serious consideration of the public, and we'd be looking at the numbers. And I would feel comfortable saying when we get 323 people and I'm reading the comments and it's like being in a Hallmark store, that definitely would have our consideration. And the MAC carefully considers the vendors. We consider the consumers, the folks in the city of Moscow. If they're happy, we're hoping they're going to spend more. So I would feel comfortable sharing with you that we would be certainly encouraged to make a decision based on what we feel would be the best decision for the majority of the citizens in all categories. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you for your stamina tonight.
Yeah.
And your service on Moscow Arts Commission. We also have our Chamber of Commerce represented here tonight. And Gina, you did get a heads up, so I'm not putting you on the spot. So we welcome your remarks too. And again, I'd have you identify yourself for our record, please.
I'm Gina Terusio. I'm the director of the Chamber of Commerce, and I live at 411 South Main when I'm not here. We did have a chance to meet on Thursday of last week, and as a board did vote on this opinion. We think that our mission is to support and promote businesses in our community and their organizations therein. The farmers market supports and really does a great job of making our downtown vibrant. So we are fully in support of farmers market regardless of location. For us to make any more of a decision, however, while this move might be very positive, we think that we need to consider as a community one big variable. The students are not here. So what we would recommend is that you do another trial month during the time when the students are here and try to gather that data so that we can, as a group, make a fully informed decision. And we'd like to offer as well, if you would like a poll of our membership, we will do that as well to put that data into the mix for you. Okay?
Great.
All right.
Thank you, Gina. We appreciate your input and that of the board.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Now, what I'd ask is that people who have already commented on this, whether in writing or orally at the various meetings we've had leading up to tonight, not comment again. But I would invite others of you who have not had a chance to provide input regarding the farmers market location to come forward to state your name and address for our record. We're going to try to hold people to 2 minutes, just like Moscow Arts Commission did. But thank you, Bill. We'll certainly be interested in hearing what you have to say. Come on up to the lectern there. And if it's germane, you can identify your affiliation, just if that helps us.
Christine Kavanaugh, Executive Director of the Kenworthy Performing Arts Center. I live at 1552 Northwood. Our board of directors actually had a chance to meet tonight and talk about the Kenworthy's position, and the Kenworthy is in support of the move to downtown Main Street, Moscow, because it creates an opportunity that wasn't there for us to begin with.
Thank you, Christine. Boy, that was quick. Thank you.
Can I ask what the opportunity is?
Oh.
Absolutely. We discussed tonight the opportunity of opening the doors and offering a cool place for people to sit down in the hot summer months, maybe putting on, we haven't discussed in full what we'll be doing, but some ideas that were shot around tonight were maybe putting on cartoons for kids or just being able to be more of a part of the downtown experience during the farmers market.
Public restrooms?
Yes, public restrooms, maybe balloons.
Okay, Wayne?
And would this be something you would be doing if the farmer's market was still in the Jackson Street lot, or would you only be wanting to do if it was on Main Street?
We discussed that tonight, and it's an opportunity that creates, for us being down on Main Street, or the market being on Main Street, it creates more of a traffic flow into the Kenworthy versus not in Jackson. When we have been a part of the market, we have had a table on the nonprofit wall, which I know has been an interesting development over the last year.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Anybody?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Other comments?
Good evening. My name is Greg Freistadt, co-owner of Deep Roots Farm. Sell produce at the market. Address is 225 East Henley. We've seen and heard everybody that's come by our stand, customers, and most other vendors, overwhelming positive support for the move. We actually have seen a difference in the sales that was shown. The first week that we were at Main Street was a decrease, and maybe because of people not being able to find you. But after that, our average sales were slightly up compared to Jackson Street. We don't have a whole lot to compare it to. This is our first full season, but yeah, we're in support of it, and thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. And welcome to the market. Anybody else like to comment tonight?
My name's Joe Wilson of Wilson's Banner Ranch. I think that myself and my family bring a very unique perspective to this question. We were of the first members of the farmers market when it was right out here on the back lot, and a number of years participated up here and have up to now ceased to participate, and I will explain why. Also, we have quite a bit of experience in farmers markets. I'll try to make this real quick, but I kind of went down the list. My grandfather took fruit to the Seattle Yukon World Exposition in 1909. He produced tomatoes, the first greenhouse tomatoes in eastern Washington. We currently are going to Clarkston, Pullman, Orfino, Moscow, and the Moscow Food Co-op. We've also taken fruit clear to Great Falls to a farmer's market and to Des Moines, Iowa, and the Iowa State Fair. So we sell to all of the stores in the Palouse at different times, fraternities, sororities, both of the food services in Pullman, Moscow, and the school districts in Pullman, Moscow over the years. So we have quite a history of moving produce. The market over the years, when it moved to the parking lot down here, got more and more congested. It was extremely unsafe. It was difficult to get enough produce up here to make it worth our time, dollar-wise. Now, we're in this for a business, not backyard bringing in. We have to bring enough up to pay 2 people's wages for the day. We're 50 miles away. You can't, in a pickup, unless the only product that we're bringing that can make us enough money that we can haul a pickup load and make it worth our while are cherries, because they're a high value item. We raise a lot of sweet corn. We like to bring that up, but my daughters have been running that part of it. My youngest has been doing the sales with her husband, and I have numerous times brought a second pickup load up and had to unload it on Jackson Street with traffic going all over. I'd call in with a cell phone saying I'm coming around the corner, get somebody out here, and we'd be hauling corn off. It just got to the point that it was not what we thought was safe enough, and cars going by, and I'm just amazed that you haven't had accidents there with people crossing that street. It just scares me to see the traffic. So we decided that we just couldn't continue. When the opportunity came on Main Street, we came up and we did very well. One of our best days up here because we could get enough material in. It is safer. The access is better, and from all of the other markets, you've got a unique opportunity here because you got traffic both ways on each side and down street. So we've decided that if you continue there, we will come back, but we just, it isn't economical and good for our workers to try to get things in. My daughter was hoping to be here, but her relatives from Australia were in, and so Dad got the job to come speak to you.
We appreciate you spending your night with us.
Well,
I drove this far. I figured I am kind of on the outlying area. We are local. We can provide produce that can't be grown up here. It's not because we're good at it. It's just where we live. You don't do well with peaches or cherries or cots up here, which we do. Or good sweet corn. Takes a long season. And so we've been in this for a long time, and I'm the third generation. 4th and 5th generation are on the way.
Good.
So I appreciate you listening to me. I do hope you continue. I don't think that waiting is going to be a good thing that was suggested until the kids come back. I think it will just prove to be more successful when the university students are back, if you have it on Main Street. So, any questions? I think I overdid my 2 minutes.
that's all right. We're glad to have you here. Safe traveling back home again. Anybody else have comments about the farmers market location? Please, come on up.
David Pierce, 716 East S Street. I don't need to say much. You already know. I've already told you how I feel about this. I think
You
that
mean I'm
Mark-
giving you a second chance? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, David.
But the thing I wanted to comment about was this idea of having this with the students here, too. Think about it. The students aren't particularly concerned about getting produce or food. The thing that they're going to do is provide you with people who will buy from the other vendors. And that's going to be a good thing. Yes, you've got a lot of people there, and those kids are always looking for something new. And I think you will find that that's going to be what benefit we get out of having the students at the market. I hope you go right ahead and continue to have the market on Main Street. I think that's been just a wonderful thing to watch. You saw what all the answers to the questions were. I think they speak for themselves, and I'm not going to say anything more.
Okay, thanks, David.